What's a small, seemingly insignificant decision you made that ended up changing your entire life? I randomly sat down next to my future wife and mother of my children on the first day of college. My life may have turned out very differently if I'd sat somewhere else. I love this so much. My dad was supposed to go someplace else the night he met my mom. His car would not start, so he went to a friend's house instead, and she was there with another friend. Crazy that my existence is predicated on the basis of a dead car battery. When I was going into the military out of high school, I didn't think too much about what job I'd like to do. My mom told me to do something you can use when you get out. So, I became a medic. This led to me working in the cardiac cath lab, pacemakers, stents, etc. after got out, 4 years, that then lead to opportunities in cardiac medical device sales for the past 30 years, which has been an amazing ride. I feel very fortunate and blessed. Medical device sales is an amazing career for the right person. My husband has a big family, and one of the most successful people in his family sold hospital beds. He had been making $200,000 to $350,000 per year for decades, and this was all from him being just a salesman, not like a manager or owner or anything. This also includes the random odd year where he would clear $500,000 plus, but the stars have to align just perfectly for those types of earnings from what he says. X. A medical device sales rep who sells ventilators and then COVID hits. Or a competing device company gets a massive recall so hospitals are scrambling for new devices. No idea how the stars would align for him having been a bed salesman though. The reason I say for the right person is because he says the whole hospital environment can just be so toxic at times. There's usually a lot of travel, and you have to always be on. You can't have an off day, or you may miss a meeting that causes you to miss a sale that accounts for a huge chunk of your salary for that month, quarter, year. But, again, for the right person, it could be an amazing career path. And happy Veterans Day. When I went on eHarmony, the default was to search for matches within 25 miles. Even though I lived in a large city, for whatever reason, I changed the default to 75 miles. The next day, I received a message from a woman who lived 70 miles away, who turned out to be the most beautiful, most amazing woman on the planet, who had also changed the default to 75 miles. So I married her, which was the greatest thing that has happened to me in a life full of very fortunate things. I find it funny, despite how predatory eHarmony's pricing is and cancellation process, and the fact they are being taken to court over it. Their platform does indeed work, LMAO. Coworker asked me to join him in the gym. Never went to the gym before, was ready to laugh in his face. Said, fuck it, I'll join you for one session for the hell of it. Now I'm there 4 times a week, and my self-esteem as well as my general mood has skyrocketed. It's my happy place now. Same for me. I used to think people were crazy going to the gym. Add to that going at 4 to 5 a.m. This last year that I've been attending, I've lost 15 kilograms. My day starts out amazing and I feel great all day. My sleep is better. My general well-being is absolutely smashing the depressive, hopeless state I was always in. Best decision my partner ever encouraged me into. Going to a charity softball game despite having never played softball in my life. Legitimately can be pointed to as the start of my career. Graduated law school 2010, passed bar. In 2011, 1 in 8 of us were unemployed. Not don't have a job in the legal industry. We're talking do not have a job period territory. I'm scraping by doing 4 part-time jobs in 3 different cities to make ends meet. Meanwhile, also shooting the breeze on a college sports message board set up for my alma mater. One guy who knows my situation above is a lawyer and knows that I'm looking for work. He mentions that he's going to a charity softball game. One of his teammates backed out at the last second. They need a replacement and asks if I would be interested. Again, never played softball in my life. The last time I picked up a bat was some t-ball games at summer camp in like 1994. But if you know the movie Ghostbusters, you know how I responded. Ray, when someone asks if you're a god, you say yes. So sure, I'll see him tomorrow, 11 o'clock a night, and I'm off to Meijer to buy a glove and a softball. I get to the park the following day, which has a bunch of drunk lawyers there. Absolutely zero business being discussed. I'm basically a warm body in left field and maybe get a single the entire tournament. Nothing comes of the event in the following weeks, so I just write it off. December rolls around. I've ended the lease on my apartment and am living in a friend's spare bedroom the past 3 months, just trying to stretch a buck so I don't have to live across country with my parents. I get a call. It's the guy from the message board. His firm has need of a new associate attorney, and he appreciated my willingness to give softball a shot despite clearly not having any experience. I interview later that month. January rolls around. I'm down to $151 in my bank account, just enough for gas money to get to my parents' house. I'm 7 days from moving over 1,500 miles when I get a call with a job offer. I'm crying, my friend's crying. I'm moved into an apartment 72 hours later and report to work the following week. 12 and a half years later, I'm a military officer, a federal attorney, a homeowner, and financially independent. I could retire today. None of that happens without being willing to get out of my comfort zone. Trying things beats not trying things. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.